Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing today? My name is Natalia Ameline, and I am a decentralization coordinator for Metis Foundation. Today, I'm here to talk to you about what Metis has been quietly building and why it is important. Let's get to it. The world has been rapidly changing, and you all have that so many times. It became a cliche. However, what we see recently is acceleration in the rate of change, and a lot of it is driven by AI advancements. Without understanding it, we rushed into the era of AI. Various AI tools are seeing unprecedented rates of adoption. For example, ChatGPT has gained 100 million users in just 2 months. The way we interact with the internet is also changing. Instead of the good old Google search, 25% Americans are relying on generative search tools today, such as ChatGPT or Google tools, or there are so many out there. We complement our creativity with AI, creating images that have been never seen before, but also creating deep fakes. We're using AI to help us with gaining and landing new jobs and to cheat our way into universities. Some of you who are local here might have heard how the University of Waterloo had to cancel its annual computer competition results this year because of allegations of widespread cheating using AI tools. They canceled it because it would affect the fairness of the rankings. So, the question then becomes, can we trust what we build? While AI presenting us with all these exciting opportunities and which are truly game-changing, can we trust it? We are accustomed to take the outputs of various generative search tools at a face value. But it turns out that AI is confidently wrong more frequently than we think. The Tao Center of Digital Journalism recently conducted this test where they essentially tested out 8 various generative AI tools to assess how good they are in retrieving and citing various news. The results of it are depicted in this chart. The amounts in blue represent completely correct results. The amounts in purple out there, completely incorrect. And there is a bunch of things in between. From what you can see, while very different tools perform differently, but collectively, they were wrong in 60% of the queries. Probably you don't want to entrust your life decisions to search like this. As AI is integrating deeper and deeper into critical parts of our lives and industries, such as finance, healthcare, media, it presents us with several critical challenges. It creates a lack of accountability. With black box models, without transparency and audit trail, contribute to making us verifying the outputs of AI and its decision very challenging. Training data sets are increasingly opaque. This lack of transparency and around who owns and who contributes to the data diminishes our trust in AI systems. As you have seen, AI is frequently wrong. And AI makes up facts as they go sometimes. The inference is done off-chain, resulting in lack of verifiability. All this tells us is that we can't really trust AI output, and there is no true way to verify it today. Add to that an issue of AI alignment, And we can see how without the foundational solutions, AI can take us on a ride and lead to catastrophic failures. Unlike previous technologies that did require human input, AI doesn't need our decision support. They make decisions on their own. And these decisions could be very hard for humans to understand. Imagine you are in a self-driving car without knowing where you're going, or you are consulting AI on your medical decisions and outcomes. It could be problematic. I recently came across this staggering example of how AI contributed to driving a violence. I read it in a book by Yuval Harari, where he describes how back in 2016 and 17, Facebook algorithms, which were designed to maximize user engagement, started to amplify hateful propaganda, and that helped to fuel the ethnic violence. So these are the real risks that we need to address in order to make AI a powerful friend and not a foe. So how can blockchain help? It seems that what AI is lacking, Web3 technology is excelling at. Where AI companies have been harvesting user data without explicit contents, Web3 has been historically very good at putting the control in the hands of users, in our hands. Where AI models are largely black boxes, without us completely understanding what's going on inside, Web3 can be that decentralized tamper-proof ledger where everyone can check and verify the output of AI integrity. Our solution, so what is our solution? We are not really chasing a hype. Instead, we identified a major gap in industry, and we are building to address these gaps. Let me introduce you to multi-layered, privacy-preserving, verifiable AI stack that Metis is building. At the foundation of it is Metis SDK, or Metis Developer Toolkit, which is prime for performance and everything AI. Our Hyperion Layer 2 is acting as an execution layer for AI applications and for on-chain inference. Lazy AI is protocol layer, is our home for AI economy. And finally, our decentralized agent framework, Alice, is there as the gateway between the users, communities, applications, and Lazy AI. Let's take a deeper dive. We have to start with a strong foundation. Metis SDK is a developer-centric toolkit that is enabling cross-chain interoperability, decentralized sequencer nodes, AI-native applications building, as well as a modular deployment. It introduces several really groundbreaking innovations. For example, and all these innovations, by the way, are aimed and focused at addressing the gaps that blockchain technology has today. For example, it has custom opcodes and hardware acceleration that facilitates AI-native transactions. It embeds machine learning capabilities within the decentralized applications. It is privacy-preserving by design through ZK knowledge proofs. And finally, it enables decentralized sequencers, which help to optimize the load of the system, as well as remove centralized controls and single point of failure risks. Blockchain technology today is not perfect. Even the fastest blockchains today cannot handle AI demands its computational power demands. For the current blockchain technologies, processing such complex calculations is essentially a pipe dream. The fastest blockchains are still too slow and too expensive, quite frankly, to do that. And unfortunately, that really limits the Web3 AI integrations and forces developers to go to off-chain centralized solutions, which cannot provide the desired transparency and trust levels. We built a new kind of layer 2 solution, Hyperion, which was developed with the powerful Metis SDK and optimized for high performance AI native transactions. It's capable of handling AI computational load and maintaining decentralization, which is super important at the same time. The capabilities of Metis SDK are truly shining through in Hyperion. Speculative parallel execution allows for the super high throughput and low latency. The throughputs are measured between 1 and 2 gigagas per second. The network also boasts native AI support capabilities, which are optimizing it for AI computations. And finally, decentralized sequencing, which allows for, as I mentioned before, dynamic distribution of the workload and maintaining network decentralization status. All this while retaining Ethereum inherited security and at a fraction of a cent a transaction fee. The next building block is LazAI. It is built to solve some of the hardest AI problems, the way we see them, such as sovereignty of data, lack of transparency and oversight over the models, and of course, the problem of data alignment. Today, data is collected from the users without their consent and monetized in various ways, as you all know it. We are all a product, right? And the original data owner doesn't benefit in any way from this. Secondly, today, AI's actions and outputs are guided by opaque models, which are owned by centralized corporations who retained all control, instead of being owned by collective human intelligence. And they are not verifiable. We are entering the era of coexistence of humans and AI. And going forward, we are producing the data together. And that will require a powerful, very thought out, clear governance. In the context of artificial intelligence, data alignment refers to a challenge of ensuring that the goals, outcomes, and behaviors of AI are aligned with human values, human preferences, our moral and ethical standards. LazAI believes that that misalignment at its core is a result of data being undefined, unverified, and unpriced. LazAI is built to answer the question, how can AI data, behavior, and intelligence be recorded, valued, and distributed like assets? Pretty cool, right? It's built on 3 core innovations. First is data anchoring token, which is a new token standard that turns data, models, and outputs into programmable, traceable AI assets. Secondly, it is verified computing, which brings the needed transparency and shows and allows us to track who contributed the data, what kind of training updates it's incurred, and how the inferences were done. All that is possible due to the verified computing technology. And finally, it's individual-centric DAOs. The conversation and the world of AI so far has been dominated by large-scale, generalized models, which have been trained on big sets of data. However, this data sometimes and the models are not good at answering the questions such as can it support some very intricate models, specialized models to support human preferences. We believe that the next chapter of AI should be defined not by how large model is, but how human aligned it is, and how by the quality of the data it is trained on. And therefore, we believe that we need to start really to build smaller, specialized models, utilizing specific special domains of data, utilizing the experts, and making sure that the models are truly aligned to humans. How to do that? Of course, that requires the human contribution, and it requires the supervision and the thoughtful contribution of scientists, of a community of users. And if we want the AI truly be aligned with humans, the humans need to govern the data that AI is learning from. And that's where the IDAOs came in. They truly redefine the way we govern the AI, putting the individual on top and in charge instead of corporations. The next piece is Alice, which is our AI agent framework. Alice is super cool, and it facilitates the AI development for developers. It has low-code integration and cross-language SDKs, making it super easy for developers who have little experience to deploy and maintain them. Alice is essentially a gateway between users and LAS-AI, allowing developers to get access to LAS-AI infrastructure and to the on-chain inference and models. It has strong privacy properties due to the utilization of the ZK-proof technology. Alice supports ZK reasoning in making sure that your private data is not exposed. It enables easy integration with existing decentralized Web3 or AI platforms and integration, and allows users to realize all the benefits that provided by the blockchain. To summarize it all, with our modular infrastructure, we essentially creating the infrastructure and verification layer for AI. At the foundation of it is Metis SDK. Then we have a Hyperion network, which able to support the AI workloads. LAS-AI is built for the thriving AI economy, and Alice is your gateway to everything in AI. If you're interested in learning more information about any of this tech, we have excellent blogs and websites. Please check out following these QR codes. I also wanted to mention that, we talked about Hyperion, our layer 2 instant blockchain. And we recently launched its testnet. And over the next 4 months, leading up to the launch of the mainnet, we will be running a number of events to build a community and to really create and boost innovation in the ecosystem. It will be run in 3 stages. The first stage is the hackathon and launch of the forum, where the developers, users, and all kinds of contributors can come together and collaborate and discuss their innovative ideas. The second stage will be on-chain quests, hackathon developments, and building of very cool apps, all leading to the third stage where the launch will occur. Please, if you're interested, join the movement. Thank you for your attention.